Hello everybody, welcome. My name is Micah. I am a full-time IT network engineer and also a part-time pilot. What we're going to do today is we're going to demonstrate how to install xPilot and vPilot, which are two different VATSIM clients, to enable you to access the VATSIM network. To start off, there's a couple things you need to know. One, vPilot is very easy to install, but only works with P3D, Microsoft Flight Simulator X, and Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. xPilot is a little bit more complex, but works with X-Plane 11 and X-Plane 10. So let's get started here on installing each one. We'll start with vPilot and then we'll move to xPilot. What you'll need to do to install vPilot is go to vpilot.rosscarlson.dev. We will have this, of course, in the link down below so that you can, of course, click the link and download from there. Once you have selected download, it's going to bring up a page and you're going to select download stable. Whatever the most stable version is, most recent version, you'll download it. It's going to show up inside of your downloads folder. Let's go ahead and navigate there. You'll notice I've already installed basically everything we're going to need for this entire episode, but we're going to focus again vPilot for now. So we're going to go double click vPilot setup. And we're going to go ahead and read the license agreement, make sure that they're not going to take our firstborn or anything like that. You're going to agree to it, and then you're going to check whatever you like to do, whether it's desktop shortcuts, start menu shortcuts. I prefer to have both on, so we're going to say next. You're going to see it's going to have a destination folder. This destination folder you see right here is where it is going to install vPilot into. Now you can change this location just by hitting the browse button and then browsing. Having it installed in app data local vPilot is just fine for our uses. So we'll go ahead and click install. That's simple. It's now installed. So we're going to go ahead and launch vPilot. It says, this looks like this may be the first time you have run vPilot on this computer. Some configuration items are required before you can connect to the network. Would you like to configure vPilot now? We're going to go ahead and select yes. Now you're going to notice that there's going to be this box that pops up with all the different settings. That's my antivirus. So you'll notice that I had the VATSIM CID, VATSIM password, your full name, your home airport, and then your VATSIM server. So you would enter your VATSIM CID here, put in your password, put in your full name. So for me, it's just going to be Micah. My home airport, which I'm going to put my actual home airport, and then your VATSIM server. I'm going to put USA East because I am in the eastern side of the continental United States. Next, we'll go to notifications. A couple things here. You have the options to have certain things flash, which are going to be up here. I would recommend keeping all these checked. Fonts, you can actually change your font to what you see inside of these boxes. I keep it as default, but if you are, for example, maybe you have problems seeing or you need a larger font, you do have the option of changing the font as well. Okay. Audio, this is very important, and this is something that I think a lot of people mess up with, especially if you're a streamer. So you have microphone device and output device. Output device is, of course, what you hear with, and microphone device is, of course, what you talk into. We're going to select microphone device, and we're going to choose voice meter output. This is me. You will probably just have something as simple as microphone or something like that. I use a virtual mixing board, so we're going to use voice meter output. Next, we're going to choose our output device. This is what it goes to. Now, I have a very specific set of where I want this all to go. Let me make sure I'm going to put it in the right thing. Yep, right there. Okay, so output device for me is going to be, let's see, where's that guy right there, voice mod virtual audio device. Again, for you, this will probably be your headphones or your speakers. For me, this is very particular, but just know that your microphones, whatever your microphone is, output device is your speakers. Okay, I think I chose the wrong one here. Is it that one? Nope. Well, that would work, but actually I think output is just fine. So you have the option to adjust your mic volume, as you can see here. You also have the option of adjusting your output volume. This is basically how loud people sound inside of your ears. Adjust this to your liking. I usually keep it pretty much at 0, and it's okay. push to talk. This is very important. This is the button which you will push to communicate on VATSIM. Right now you can see none is selected. I'm going to set new PTT key or button, and I'm going to put the pause and break. Oh, it grabbed the Bravo throttle. Hold on, let me unplug that so it's not going to. There we go. So it's not going to be pulling that. Press it again. I'm going to hit the pause button on my keyboard. That is what I use when I'm controlling. So that'll be easy for me to remember. Go ahead and apply that. It's saying it requires that. I'm not too worried about that. So model matching. So here is where you have a lot of options in regards to what you want set. You have custom rules. You can add custom rule sets. What this basically does is allows you to say, hey, if this model says it's this is what I want you to put it as, okay? You also have the option to have a default. So what do you want the default airliner, basically, or default aircraft to be if it doesn't recognize what type of aircraft it is? Performance, you have the option not display aircraft beyond 40 nautical miles, maximum aircraft displayed. If you have, for example, a computer that struggles, this is where you'd want to change this, okay? 200, you're never going to see more than 200 aircraft within 40 nautical miles. Well, you may. There may be some instances, but you can adjust this to whatever you need. 500 is definitely going to be fine. Updates, you can have the option for it to automatically check for updates. I recommend it. And then miscellaneous, you have two options here. Keep window visible, and then automatically squawk mode Charlie on takeoff. Keep window visible is what you might expect. It overrides the Windows full screen thing. So like, say you bring up Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, it's going to override that. It's going to still show overtype your game. Automatically squawk mode Charlie on takeoff. This is going to, when you take off, automatically squawk mode Charlie. I don't select that because I try to be realistic as possible. Okay, once you've set that all up, it's going to be all good to go. Of course, it's going to ask me for my information here, which I'm not going to punch in. But once you've set that all up, all you have to do at that point is select connect, and you're ready to rock and roll. We'll get into the flight planning and everything at a different episode. All right, so we've shown you how to install vPilot. Now we're going to show you how to install xPilot. xPilot, again, much more complicated than vPilot. Same thing though, you're going to want to go to this website here, which is xpilot-project.org, and you're going to want to download xPilot. You're also going to want to go to this link I'll put in the description down below. It's the Bluebell OBJ8 CSL packages. It actually was updated 4 hours ago as of July 10th. We're going to download this file, and inside of here you'll see there's a bunch of options for what you want to download. I download basically all of them. I don't download the Healy, and I don't download the repaints because I really don't need either one of those. But I do download the virtual because I do fly, and there are a lot of virtual airlines out there, so it's nice to have those actually show up. Once those are downloaded, what we're going to do, open back my downloads folder, I'm going to go to the xPilot setup. And just like with the vPilot, we're going to run through this setup. So we're going to go next. We're going to agree. Option to install xPilot menu shortcuts and xPilot desktop shortcuts. Yes. Location to install. Next. Location of xplane folder. This is very, very important. We're going to browse. You're going to want to make sure you find your actual xplane 11 folder, your main root directory, not inside of it, not plugins, nothing, just your plain xplane 11 file. Now we're going to install. And it's completed. We're going to go next. Start xPilot. Yes, finish. And here is xPilot. Notice it looks very similar to vPilot. Settings is going to be where you find all of your settings. Okay, this is a little bit different than what you saw in vPilot. Okay, so you have, again, all your notifications options, your miscellaneous options here. You also have, you can see my VATSIM IDs there. I'm going to block that out so you actually can't see it. VATSIM ID, password, name, home airport, VATSIM server, set toggle key. Again, set as pause. You have the option to do a guided setup if you want to do that. Again, you're going to also go look at your microphone device, output device. You're looking at do you have two options for COM 1, COM 2, mic volume. There's a little bit more options inside of xPilot than vPilot. This is why I prefer xPilot when I'm flying in xPilot 11. Of course, there is other options out there like Swift and things like that. xPilot works really well. All right, so now that that's been completed, I'm actually that's the wrong toggle key. This is your push to talk key down here. I'm gonna go ahead and close that out. Now you think, oh, well, that's simple, you're done and clear. Nope, not quite. So we're actually gonna exit out of xPilot, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna extract all of these files. So let me get these all extracted, and I'll be right back. All right, now we've got them all extracted. What we're actually going to do is install each one of these. So you notice inside of those files, you'll see where it says BB Airbus. And if you go back to BB Airbus 2, it says BB Airbus. Those two are actually going to combine together and be placed into the folder inside of X-Plane. So let me take you to X-Plane and let's check out what you're going to have to do inside of there. So my X-Plane is located in this solid state drive. What we're going to do is go into Resources, Plugins, and xPilot, Resources, CSL. You'll notice right now it shows empty. So we're going to open back up our Downloads folder, and I'll make this easy and put these side by side. What we're going to do is go in here, we're going to grab the BB Airbus, we're going to copy and paste. Go into Airbus 2, copy, paste. We'll go and replace those files. Boeing 1, copy, paste. We're going to do this with everything. All right, now you see we have all of these packages inside of our directory. We're going to make this a little bit easier to see here. And if you go inside of them, you'll notice a bunch of different aircraft. Now you'll also notice that this says XSB aircraft.txt. Okay, this is important to make sure that everything that you have installed is showing up inside of here. You'll notice it gives basically the aircraft type right here, and then it's going to reference an object. What you want to do is just basically go side by side. You want to verify that all of these types of aircraft are in here. Easy way to do that, check the top one, A306, scroll all the way bottom, A388. So they're pretty much all going to be in there. Of course, if you want a specific kind, you can always make sure that it's in there, but it looks like everything's going to be in there. You do that with your Airbus, you do that with your Boeing, you do that with everything to make sure everything is actually in there. Once you've done that, then you can connect to VATSIM and you'll get flying. You'll be able to see all the other aircraft around you inside of xPilot 11. So that's how you install vPilot and xPilot and configure them to actually work. It can be a little bit confusing with some of the videos I've watched in the past, but it's really gotten a lot more simple. So I hope this has helped. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments down below. If it is a technical question, like you're having errors or something, more than likely I won't be able to help that much. I'm more of the consumer side, not on the developer side. They do have forums for you on that though. But if you do have a problem, you can at least comment and I can see if I can help you. But if I can't, I can't. Hope this, guys, if this has helped, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below if you would like to see more videos like this. Be on the lookout over the next several weeks as we're going to start rolling out some more VATSIM type tutorials. Focus on flight planning, both VFR and IFR. Focus on flying a VFR flight plan and an IFR flight plan live on the network with real controllers. And then we're going to go over some tips and tricks for you as a virtual pilot on how you can be an expert or a pro on VATSIM. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys next time up in the sky.